Hello, JFix, Devil. Welcome, welcome. So weird. Always takes my chat like a few minutes to start working. I'm actually like watching my stream on YouTube, and it's crazy how like ultra low latency is like very little delay. I mean, that's gotta be like 5 seconds at most. On the menu is putting this one back together that I had to buy a new battery for, because this was the first Switch ever in existence where the battery was actually the issue. This is the one we had a blue screen and we reflowed it, and it worked. So yeah, I already stuck it down. I got this battery, I think I got them off AliExpress. I probably honestly should have tested it before I stuck it in there, but it'll work, right? It'll just work. And yeah, this was the reflow. Is my chat working yet? Oh, yep, there it goes. All right. So yeah, first we're just gonna put this one back together. I have two SD card readers here. I think they're both good. One of them came from this. I think the other one was from one of the ones I turned into a donor board. Probably the other blue screen that was bent. I cleaned this up a little bit. Yeah, that's better. I don't know what the heck is right there on the shield, but it ain't coming off, whatever it is. Yeah, this one's pretty clean. Oh yeah, I think I replaced the LCD connector on this one too, because I think a couple of the pins bent when I plugged it in. This is looks like an HAC, so this is a V1. The C is kind of rubbed off. CPU-20. Alright, get in there. I need some tweezers. There. What else is in the way here? I got the black wire tucked under it. Get out. There we go. Why this don't sit flat? Another exploit on the Switch 2 Userland exploit? What that? You'll have to explain. I don't know. I think this is just trying to lift up because... Oh, wait, there we go. Whatever was keeping it up isn't anymore. I guess I must have probably put all these screws away, but I have a few of them right here. Yeah, I don't need that one. Actually, okay, yeah, I gotta get some screws out. Dude, I want to work on a Switch too, but they're so expensive. Man, I always forget which ones are internal. These ones are internal. I think it actually says on my lid there. Dude, why does the screwdriver always default to speed 2? Why didn't it just stay on 5? I need one more. Oh, dang. Nice. I'll slap some thermal paste on this and put this on. Do I need to bend these back? Yes I do. Where's my blunt tweezers? Oh, they're literally right here. Oop, I think I may have bent that one a little too much. Oh, no, that's okay. No, I didn't clean the thermal paste off this all the way. Just getting on my gloves. Got what looks like flux in there too. Interesting. Don't know how that would have got in there. Because this wouldn't have been on when I was reflowing it. Maybe I put it back on to test or something. Yeah, that'd be neat. Start modding the Switch 2s and stuff. I already sold, so I listed those Nintendo Switches. I put the V ones up for 110 US dollars. I've already sold 2. You were right. I definitely could have increased the price because normally I would list those for 90.95. I just went to 110. I figured, I don't know, it seems fair to me. I didn't realize I could be selling those for more this whole time. The most expensive I've sold any of the Switches I fixed before was $95. And in fact, when I first started listing Nintendo Switches, when I first started out doing this, I think the most I sold any of them for was only $90. And then I increased my price to 95 because they were selling so fast. Let's get the basics plugged in. And this doesn't want to bend in there. I swear, if I break one more of these connectors. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind, there it goes. It was just being stubborn. Probably because there might be a little flux in there or something. I got as much out as I could. Sprayed it with alcohol and yeah, just the tablets. I have like honestly I have like 3 pairs of Joy-Cons I could sell. But yeah, I typically just buy tablets and sell tablets. I don't ever buy like the kits unless I find them at like a really good price. I found it's easier to move just tablets. Honestly, yeah, you might be right. Might be right. I think I'm okay with 110 though, to be honest. I think I don't know. I think that's all I want to sell them for. Because that feels like that feels like I'm making enough on them, I guess, you know? Yeah, you know, if I'm only paying like 50 bucks for them broken. And yeah, you know, sometimes I guess sometimes I might put like three 3 or 4 hours or something. What is that? 3 or 4 hours or something into the console, but yes, I am actually. I am. Well, I can't be Tech Jesus because that's Steve from Gamers Nexus. But I don't know. I have the long hair. I'm just messing around here. What do I gotta do? I gotta get this backlight in. And then we're gonna test the battery. It's gonna probably need to charge. I assume they are not charged. 120 is very fair. I guess I'll try it out next time I list some V1s. This is a V1, so that that was didn't feel like it was fitting right at first, but I think that's in there okay. It looks a little weird, like raised up or something. I guess I don't need that yet. Just want to see if it turns on. Is there any charge in this thing? No. Oh wait, yeah there is. Yeah, you're more of a businessman than I ever will be. I'm just happy to be making a decent profit. I'm gonna have to calibrate this battery, I assume. But it seems to be working. Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. For a long time I kind of justified it as, you know, I'm learning. So I don't mind working for cheap, I guess. But yeah, I mean eventually I'm gonna have to find a price on my time, right? Because I really haven't ever factored the time spent fixing these into any costs or anything like that. Because I was just happy to you know, get the knowledge. No, you're right. And also a lot of it is like, what the fuck else would I be doing with my time, really? But yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure out. I mean, I'm actually working on setting up like a business plan. I'm slowly getting there. Wait, I was supposed to put the fan in first. I'm yapping. I'm yapping and I'm not paying attention. Dude, there's been switches I spent like 7 hours trying to fix. Obviously, I'm not gonna put, 7 hours of labor when I'm selling it on eBay, right? But just saying. Fan, fan, fan. And the smudger again. I still haven't replaced this smudger. I've been using this one for so long. Okay, I need to grab these screws out of here. Still need to put those USB-C screws in too. Can't forget those. I've always had trouble pricing things because I never want to charge too much, right? Like I'm always like I want this to be fair for the other person. That's why I would make a horrible like salesperson. I wouldn't be able to sell cars or anything. I'd be like, oh, I kind of feel bad for charging you sticker price, so we're gonna go down to like a few $1,000s. Get on there. Get in the right spot. There we go. Need more of these. Guess I'll just charge this one after stream probably, because I'm gonna need the charger while I am streaming. That one makes a nice satisfying click when you plug it in. You're not wrong. Is this all the way down? Yep, that's in. Okay. Am I missing a Joy-Con on this side? I sure am. I'm missing a rail. Did I just throw that one away because it was bad? Probably. What's this other rail? This one looks like it's in good condition, to be honest. Let me just grab another one of the right rails. This is this is a V1, so I don't want to use that rail on it. Save that one for a V2. Where are my right rails? Here we go. sure it's not broken. No, that looks okay. Yeah, get this on the screwdriver before I pick it up. Plug it in first. And yeah, I'll use these tweezers, it's fine. That's a pretty severe bend right there. I hope that's not severing anything. It just came that way. Alright, get in there. Oop, moved it over too far. There we go. And this one. Alright, speakers and Wi-Fi. Okay, that one's on. There. Get these speakers in. Sometimes I can do it without tweezers. Not this time. I think I had to replace the battery connector on this one. Didn't I? Yeah, because this battery connector was... No, the connector was fine. It was just the battery that was broken. That one, I'm thinking of a different one and I'm mixing them up. Is this clean? Eh. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But, I like to live dangerously. Hey, what's up? Batarang Gouda cheese. How's it going? Pretty good, pretty good. Just reassembling this Nintendo Switch that had a blue screen that is now fixed via a reflow of the APU. Doing God's work, dude. Absolutely. Alright. Well, that should be it now. Just throw on the back plate. I guess I still need the thermal paste, don't I? I think I need to clean that with a little alcohol. Looks like I maybe just wiped it down. Yep, definitely needed that. Alright, let's put a couple screws in this, and then make sure that rail's working that I just replaced. Alright, that's good enough. And battery's drawing 7 watts, which is good. Do we have sound? Yep. Okay. Volume's good. Check this rail. Yep, that's good. Check the other rail. Uh-oh. Oh, that was just really delayed. That was weird. Maybe the Joy-Con was low battery? No? Okay, just weird delay. No disconnecting or anything. Touchscreen's good. Internet. Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it, man. I'll put my password in. Alright, Wi-Fi's good. Dang, this thing's almost full. Make sure it docks. Oh, there it goes. Alright. Just getting worried for a second there. I'm gonna check that other side again just to make sure. Ooh. If I wiggle it a little. Well, no, now it's fine. Yeah, okay, no, there it goes again. I think I might have to replace this USB port. Let me look at it. Is my camera not? Wait a minute. Okay, I gotta fix the microscope camera. It's mostly just dirty. The screen's not bad. Alright, microscope cam, why aren't you on? Just switch this. It is not being detected. Why not? Did I accidentally turn it off somewhere? No. Alright, let's see. Follow this cable. It's this one, so yeah. Why is it not working? I think last time this happened, I had to switch which port it was plugged into. Let's try that. There it is. And alright, we're back. I don't know why it does that. I always have weird USB problems. You're blind. That's no good. Oh, wait, lower. That's weird. This US. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was about to say it looks fine, but then. Wait. See that one pin? It looks a little bent. That side looks good. But yeah, there's a weird pin on this side. It doesn't look like it's in there very well. Alright, I guess I'm replacing the port. Dang, that means I'm gonna have to take the whole board out again. It's content, right? That's what we say. I need to clean this a little bit. I'm glad, Russ. I'm glad you can see clearly now. Alright, let me put this aside for a bit. I'm just taking up space. Get this back apart. You think so? We want to see. See if we can get it on a wiggle. I never suspected the port to be weird. I think I would have tested it when I first got it out. I want to see if I can get it to not read one of them in a certain position. Maybe flip it over. Well, I think I would have tested this. It's usually the first thing I do. And I probably would have seen that we're all green and assumed that it was working because I'm still just getting all green. Trying to move it in different positions and then test. But, oh, no, I thought it failed for a second there. Yeah, but it's giving me all greens. Pretty much no matter how I wiggle it. Also, the first thing I do is look at the port, but I guess I must have missed that. I always look at the port first. Well, yeah, I mean, the pin is still in there, right? It's still kind of like where it belongs. It just looks like it's maybe protruding a little more than it should. I think it's moving too freely in there because it doesn't look like it's fully adhered to the plastic anymore. I think a lot of people honestly would have missed that. I got paranoid when it took too long to show up on the screen for a second. And then I was just like, I gotta test this again. All right. Let me just disconnect as much as I can first. All right, try my tweezers on this. My push-pull method. There we go. Really? Dang. Oh, come on, this thing is not sharp enough to get under that. There we go. Got it. I have another switch that needs a USB replacement as well. Which is what we will be doing next. Oh, got that one. Alright, get the fan. Come on, screw. Yeah, there. Glad I at least have a bunch of USB ports. A good stock of those. I need to order more uh, LCD FPCs. I am out. I have none. Let me get that LCD connector out. Alright, I think we're clear. Actually, this flap went back down, it looks like. There. Now we're clear. Nope, we're not. USB-C screws. Now we're clear. Set this aside, get my board holder. So we can dangle the USB-C port off the edge here. Just like that. Wait, am I going up or down? Which way do I gotta go? Up. Up. There we go. It looks right there. Okay. Had to move my camera a little. Alright, take my nozzle off of my hot air station. And I'm just gonna blast this one at 450, 99% airspeed. Put a little bit of nanoflux around it just to help it heat up more evenly. Oh, this is, oh, it's not clogged. I just need to screw the thing in a little more. Trying to warm the wood up a little bit by keeping my hot air kind of like pretty far away. Okay, now we're gonna move in closer. Grabbing my tweezers. Alright, bottom ones are liquid, I think. Just need those top ones. Oh, there goes one of them. There goes the other one. A little more flux on it. Hit it with some lighted solder. Currently have my iron at 420, so it melts that unlighted. Clean my tip. There's a little oxidization on it. Had a stroke. You will stick to the tip. Or not. One of these days I'll buy a smaller width solder. And I just cleaned it, but there's still some oxidization on it. Why am I'm having such trouble pronouncing that word today. There, that's clean. This'll surely stick to it. Maybe if that works. Now we got a big old ball of solder to play with. And boop, got it off. I'll switch to my other soldering iron and put a blunt tip on it. Alright. Now I'm going to grab my desoldering wick. Cut a piece off. About that long, I guess. That should be good. Any more, a little more flux on this copper wick. Alright, had to ban that guy. Flux on the wick helps greatly. Is that another one? What? Man, I've never had two that close together. Holy crap. Bots. You know, I actually did get pretty much all of it out of this one. Easily. I need to turn up the temp a little. That should do better. Nope, I'm gonna have to add some solder into that hole. Put a little bit more solder here. Okay. Flipped my wick around so I've got the fresh side. And just kind of dip that in this flux. There we go. It's very satisfying watching the solder climb up the wick. Alright, and now might be a tiny bit left in this, so I'm just gonna make sure it's clear. We're good. Gonna switch tips again. Now we're going for the ball tip. Hey Sushi, what's up? How's it going? LARPing from work, huh? Let me put a little more. Actually, let me switch fluxes. Let me clean this one up because it's pretty spent. I want more alcohol than that on this. Didn't get much. There, that's better. Okay, and I don't like these little fibers here, so get those off. Nice, Sushi. And now we're gonna use some Omega 559 Black Horse Repairs Flux because I like using this for tinning pads. Which is what we're doing. Yeah, it does clean. Very nice. I love it too. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite flux to use. It does a beautiful job of tinning these pads too, because it's like it flows nice, but it also like sticks where you need it. It doesn't run. Hi, Olivia Bin. How are you? Welcome in. Now I'm just gonna wipe some of this away and then put a little bit more. Sure, why not? What do you got? You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong. I've been told that before. I know, my channel's boring. I don't have any neat commands or anything. It's so bare bones. Oh yeah? Alright, let me get my port. I do. I don't have a Discord for the channel. I just have my personal one. And I'm gonna pretend this port a little. I was starting to suspect that, dude. I actually was. I'm sitting here like, am I being sold something? Alright. A little nano flux. Turn the temp down on this. I'm only at 350. And we're just gonna try and tin these. Put a little solder on there. That's probably a little too much. That's okay. I don't even have to get solder really heavily on there, just very lightly. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of shaky, aren't I? That's good enough for me. There's really not much on there, but that's fine. I'm sure the port will go well. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Moo. I think I gotta go up. Yes. And we're focused. Alright, we got our port ready. Oh, no, we don't. I gotta captain tape it. I'll put a little captain tape on it so I don't melt the plastic inside. If I can get the captain tape to peel up. That's always the hard part. The thinnest? Uh, Probably this one. Or the conical tip I was just using. They're on, I'm using them on the C115. I use the C115 a lot. I use the 210 as well for a lot of things. Like that's the one that I have the ball tip on it. Uh, I It's a C115i dash I. I honestly feel the same way, Russ. Like it's it's a challenge getting the um, solder to stick to that conical tip. I've been trying to get good with that conical tip though. I used to use like only the knife tip on everything. There, okay, I got some of the tape on. Okay, got a little flux under it. It'll be fine. Alright, got the Captain tape on there. Well, let's get this sucker heated up. Let me clean my gloves with some alcohol real quick so I don't get my hot air gun all sticky. Alright, this time for putting on the port, I like to go just shy of 400. 390. 99% airspeed, no nozzle. And I need my other tweezers. Okay, I'm using these. Very, very long, fine tweezers. Ninja style, huh? Russ is a ninja. Wait, there's like a, what is that? Like a, like a hair there or something. Yeah, there. I do not have a nozzle on it right now. Nope, I just took it off. And that's why the airspeed I'm using is so high. That's why I've got it at 99% because it needs all that power to get good airflow with no nozzle. On this, I am currently replacing a USB-C port on a Nintendo Switch version 1. Oh no, it's got nothing to do with that. I just take the nozzle off so that I can hit this whole area at once. I don't think that top is melted yet. Can't tell. Let me just poke it. No, okay, I saw it. That's what I thought. It can take a minute when you're only using 390. Any advice? I would say start at lower temps when you first start doing it, but you want to start raising your temps gradually, like as you get used to it, because really the better that like the faster you can heat something is better than heating it for a long time, I think. Always move your nozzle around, rotate it around like this. USB-C, you can kind of, I mean, you know, you take the nozzle off, you can kind of just hold it here. I just kind of do a mix, so do a little rotating, and I hold it for a little bit. Really, you're just kind of heating up the whole board at first, and then you're focusing your heat on the spot that you need it. You can definitely go higher than that. I would say get comfortable with like 400, and then once you feel good about that, start doing things closer to 450. And if you preheat the board, it helps. Like you don't have to go straight to like 400 or 450, right? You could heat it up at like 300 and then turn up your heat on the spot that you need it. Okay, that top right corner does not want to melt. Usually it's done by now at 390. I think that maybe there was still some unleaded solder there. So I'm gonna have to turn it up, which is fine. We're gonna go to 400. Because that definitely usually has melted by now. The only reason I use a 390 on the USB-C is because it just helps to not melt the plastic when you're actually putting the board on. It has nothing to do with like how much like heat the board can take. Okay, I think we're all melted now. Nope, that top left corner is still cooking. I think. We're gonna poke it and see. Why did my light turn on? Yeah, it's still solid. My light turned off and it won't turn back on. That's weird. There it goes. I can see it melting. And it's melted. Okay. I'm sitting in the dark except for my microscope. Hey Nano, how's it going? Oop, that was a bad placement. Oh my god, we're dancing. Hang on. I just realized that both of my ends of my tweezer were in the port. Okay, we're back. That looks pretty good. You're filming an AliExpress video? Oh no. I can't afford another AliExpress video. Okay, there, my light turns back on. It's motion detect. It was like, you're not a living human. I'm not gonna turn on for you. Those all look nice. Looks like solder has bridged to each of them. Good, good. Just unsub. Okay. What camera do I use? I'm actually just using, oh man, what model is this? I don't think it says on the actual camera. It's a Haier camera, and it's just one of their 1080p ones. I actually have been wanting to upgrade my camera for some time. I'm just waiting until I can responsibly financially afford one. You have the 3 temps I use are 150 and under for labels. Yep, same. I use 150. 400 for soldering and 450 for quick removal of bad components. I mean, that's not bad, really. Like, uh, the only difference is like I'm getting more used to 450. I do 450 for almost everything except for I think the USB-C ports. Did I miss anything? Couldn't you first place the port before heating up? Um, I suppose you could, but then you're just cooking the port and there's plastic on the port, so you really don't want to do that. I'm not sure if the Kapton tape would be able to survive that, and you'd probably end up melting the plastic in the port. About no clean flux. I once tried to use 90% IPA in a toothbrush, but the residues were so tacky I couldn't remove it. Uh, I would advise 99%. It's not like super mandatory. You can get away with 90%. Some flux are just really tacky. If you heat it up a little bit before you clean it, it'll come off way easier. Yeah, I almost exclusively fix things when I'm streaming. I actually really don't do much off stream. Because all I'm really doing, like I don't have any clients or anything. Like I want to eventually. But for the most part, I just buy my stuff online, broken, and then I just fix it on stream. Sometimes I do some modding. I'm trying to get into actually modding the Nintendo Switches to sell. I think it'd be cool to offer like a modding service as well, which I'm trying to ease my way into. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely 10 degrees at a time. I know that couple degrees ain't gonna do anything. If you're melting plastic, uh, just try to cover it with tape, Kapton tape. You can also put like some like aluminum tape on the Kapton tape too, and that'll help deflect a lot of the heat. Another thing is just try pointing your hot air nozzle away from the plastic. It doesn't always work, like you can't always get away with that, but you know. Oh, thanks, Luna. I appreciate that. Still trying to swear to the wife that it'll never happen again. That's good. Wait, are you Russ? I didn't know that. Where are you at? Man, I didn't know that. Let's go ahead and test this before I take off the tape, since last time I did this, it just happened to not work. You're in Yuba City? That's cool, dude. Eh, we appear to be good. Let me take it out and flip it over and test the other way. Yeah, just deleting the competition. Yeah, what are you priced at, Russ? So I can undercut it by $5. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just kidding. Dang, dude. YouTube's gonna mark my content for adults now. I let the F word fly. Oh yeah, let me flip this. I wanted to see the other side before I take that tape off. Alright, yeah, we're good. Both sides. That should solve our problem we were getting with the HDMI output. I'm gonna take the tape off. And we'll clean this up a bit better now with a nano sponge. And some tweezers. Where's the ones I usually use? I'll go with this one. Yeah, same. Same. Just selling on eBay. Although, like, I listed a modded Switch on eBay, and I didn't say it was modded, right? Like, I kind of concealed the fact it was modded. I uploaded it with a picture of like, the PicoFly logo. You know, when you first turn it on and it says no SD card. And, dude, someone reported my listing within, like, 4 hours, and they took it down. It didn't take them any time at all. Yeah, dude. They're out to get me. Like, I can't believe this guy modded a Nintendo Switch. Unbelievable. This is a crime against humanity. I better report him. Because Nintendo is such a bright, shining company and a pillar that we should all look up to be. Hey, look at that. The backlight plugged itself in. You guys ever do that? I didn't even have to do it. Also, can we appreciate how easy that board just went in? The LCD connector wasn't even blocking it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I take that back. I got the white Wi-Fi stuck under it. Because it's against their policy to list a modified console because Nintendo doesn't want you modifying their consoles. Yeah, copyright. Spudger. I will say though, this LCD connector doesn't like going in. Probably a bit of flux in the port that I replaced or something. Hopefully I'm not bending any of those pins. Which I'm terrified that I am, because it doesn't want to go in. Slide in there. That's where you belong. Oh no, I think there's a bent pin. Maybe. It doesn't want to go in the middle, and that usually means that something's bent. Have to find out. Oh yeah. Russ. Oh no, let's look at this. I don't have another LCD connector. So I'm really hoping this is not bent, but it feels to me like it is. Oh no. Wait. Eh? Wait, what is it? Hang on. Oh yeah, one of them is bent completely over. Man, I didn't, wait. I forgot to show you guys. Where is it? Nope, that's USB. Alright, right there. Bent. How does this happen to me so often? Am I doing something wrong? I'm very gentle with them. And I feel like somehow I get bent pins in these LCD connectors so often. I do have plenty of donors. Wait, this one's an OLED. This one I think is good. Wait, let me look at it first. Yeah, this one's fine. It's the gloves. Yeah. Okay. Let's do the LCD connector again. As if I didn't already put a new one on this. Let me take the eMMC off because it always gets in my way. And get my board holder. I have blue ones, they just don't fit me. And they're thin. Because actually ordered like some blue ones first, right? But then I realized how thin they were. They're like what are these? I think they're like 3 millimeters or something. I can find it on them. I don't know, but they tore so easily. These ones I'm using are like 6. And I get them very cheap. I get them from AutoZone because I know a guy who works there. Yeah, yeah, they do. Absolutely. I still use them to try and get some use out of them. I use them when I am like cleaning and packing up the Nintendo Switches for like taking pictures and shipping. That way I don't get like fingerprints on them. But I absolutely cannot wear them for repairs. There we go. You know, honestly, that would probably work. Nano and Devil have a little device that actually kind of like simulates something plugged into it, and it protects the plastic on the inside and the middle from the heat. So, I mean, as long as you're not melting like the USB-C plug that's into it, like, because you might melt the wire on it if it still has any wire connected to it, but I could actually see that as being a thing. I think it's like necessary to replace the port? No. You can just put some tape on it, and then you can pretty much blast it with heat, and it keeps the inside from melting. Where are we? Where are we? There we are. Alright, that's what we're taking off. And I'm just gonna use 450. I'm not gonna put a nozzle back on. We're just gonna go nozzleless. And switch this. I almost forgot to. Um, I mean, I could see it being a problem if you still have too much cable attached to the port that you're using to protect it, because then it might kind of just try to pull the port off after you set it in. And yeah, I mean, I do always pick up my port from the inside, so I suppose I could see that kind of uh, getting in the way of the tweezers. This should melt pretty quick at 450 because I've already replaced this, so it's leaded solder. But the board takes a lot of heat. Nano does. Devil has one too. Surprised we don't have this melting yet. Yes, it is melted. Nope, not yet. I'm gonna put some flux on this. It hasn't melted yet. This should help. I just don't want to put too much heat into this board since it's still working. Now if I was taking a donor piece, that would be different. You see them starting to shine. You know what? Let me do this with my right hand. There we go. Put the tweezers in my right hand. That way I'm less likely to knock stuff off. I'll just grab it this way too. Not yet. There we go. So I don't have to swap any of this solder because it's already leaded solder, so I'm just gonna go over the pads once to retin them. Try not to hit that little resistor right there. Oh, that's ugly. That's ugly. You're gonna need to add either more flux or a different flux. Don't want to hit that eMMC connector. This is why I prefer to use the Omega, because the NanoFlux doesn't like to climb up the solder once you put it on the pads as much. Oops, don't want to touch that. That is looking pretty good. Let's see, I think there's a little bridge going on right here. There. I want a little more right there, and then I think that's good. I've got to get my donor one real quick. We assembled a drone, all by soldering except a board-to-board connector. Motors, video, TX, radio, RX, camera, GPS, and such. Nice. Oh, trust me, I've had plenty of bad experiences. It happens. No one cares the eMMC's there on this since it's just a donor. Alright. Now we put this one on the board that we were just working on. No, other way. Up. Right about there. Yeah, just work on boards that don't have a lot of value. Yeah? Work on some Nintendo Switches. Work on whatever the heck you can find. I started with Nintendo Switches because they were cheap. Uh, that needs to go up a little. Right about there. Is that good? Or is that crooked? I think that's a tiny bit crooked. Oop. I like that. Those pins look good. I can't see because the little flap, the latch mechanism, but they look lined up in the back. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Not the brightest idea, huh? Eh. The more you work on, the more you'll get there. I started not knowing a damn thing, and I would still consider myself learning a lot. By the way, we're at 450, 99% airspeed. I think I've maybe worked on probably like 40 to 50 Nintendo Switches now, and there's still things that I am not great at. I feel like some of those pins did not connect. Might need to be pressed down, but let's look. Let's see. Oh yeah, I love Northwest Repair. His videos are hilarious too. I feel like a lot of those pins are just standing and not actually connected. And the pad doesn't look so great on one of these either. Like that one right there. There's too much flux. I can't tell if it's moving or not. I'm gonna clean this. I watched a lot of Northwest Repair. I watched a lot of Joey Does Tech. I watched a lot of Learn Electronics Repair. I watched a lot of NanoFix. Okay, these all do seem good actually. What about up here? Those look good. They look connected, and they appear to be connected. I watched a lot of Northwest Repair too, but I have not touched a GPU. Okay, I think we're probably good, because if all those are on, then the back ones should all be fine too. Let me take a quick look. See if any of these look weird. No, they all look connected to me. Oh yeah, you know, I can't believe I didn't even mention Louis Rossmann. I have watched Louis Rossmann the longest, for sure. I've been watching Louis for like 6 years. In fact, all of my original tools that I got to like kind of start doing this years ago were all uh, on Louis Rossmann's recommendation. Like I bought the microscope he recommended, the camera for it. I got the soldering station, the hot air station that he recommended. Oh, nice. Okay, let's go back. This, and then I gotta clean this up a little if I can. I always am quite nervous about cleaning these LCD connectors because I'm like, what if I bend a pin? What if I bend the pin? We're gonna try a nano sponge and not these tweezers because they're too sharp. Let me actually soak this in alcohol. Uh, I guess you would say like the channels that gave me the confidence that I needed to start working on the Nintendo Switches was primarily Joey Does Tech and NanoFix. Joey Does Tech helped me out with like realizing that I could stream and I don't have to be good at it. I can just be a noob and people will still watch you. Um, and NanoFix was like where I got the majority of my information when learning to fix the Nintendo Switches. How hot air? What do you think, like 200? I put a nozzle. NanoFix is awesome. He was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still in here. He's a cool dude. $260. I can do that. Should I just blow some hot air in it and then flush it? Eh? And then blow more hot air? Nice sushi. Yep, they're very good content creators, some pretty cool dudes. I do use leaded solder. Yeah, who is this NanoFix guy? I meant the other NanoFix, the American NanoFix. This is the Canadian ripoff. Alright, I think that's good. You know what? Let me leave that board on there for a minute so I can kind of lose some of that heat into the rubber or silicone. Oh, my shoulders popped. That was nice. Also, I do have my air compressor hooked up. I have a leak in my line somewhere. I have to figure out where my air compressor is leaking in the line because it keeps turning on a bunch. Dude, he makes the best AliExpress videos. He always finds the coolest tools. And then I always am broke after them. Wait, yeah, this is the right board. I'm getting confusing myself here. I'm like, wait a minute. This is the donor. Put this away. And white cable's under it again. I know. Dude, Lewis is one of those people where like I just feel so chill watching his streams when he's like repairing stuff and just talking about it. Like, dude, I could just like I could sleep to this. Why doesn't this want to lay down because of this? I think. Eh? No. There. Yeah. You made an order yesterday and then you uninstalled AliExpress. Dude, you gotta detox from it every once in a while, huh? Where I put these screws? They're over here. Yeah, dude, he does. You wouldn't believe it. Okay. Alright guys, this is where the connector just goes in and doesn't give me any problems, right? See this connector? I feel like it has a slight bend in it, which is I think causing the issue here. It's in, guys. It's in. We did it. It didn't break a pin. And put a little more alcohol here and just go over it with the brush again. Let me use the other brush actually. I think that one's kind of saturated with flux. I might need to go wash it or something. This one's cleaner. OG YouTube repair streamer indeed, man. Alright, go in there. There. Backlight didn't plug itself in this time. Can't believe it. How could it do that? Did I pin test the C? The USB-C pins? Yeah, he was doing MacBook repair for a long time. What do you mean, devil? I assume you mean the USB-C port. Okay, come on. Wi-Fi antenna, work with me. The LCD? What do you mean pin test the LCD? Oh, you mean like poked? Yeah, no, I did. They all looked okay to me. But I am gonna turn it on before I get any further, just to make sure. Wait, I gotta put the eMMC back on before I'm like, oh my god, why is it not working? That's definitely never happened before. Yeah, we're good. James channel from Dank Pods? I have not. Alright, let's get this thing put back together. Fixed indeed. These are always quite difficult to get in when you put a new rail on. There we go. Games and electronics, that's cool. That one went in nice and easy. Okay, let's get the fan in and not forget it. And then have to take the game card reader back out. And the motherboard screws. Throw this tape away, I guess. Now we can do the game card reader. Go in there. Why is it being difficult? You have one job. And it's connected to this port. It was going in so easily before and making such a satisfying snap. Now I can't seem to get it right. There we go. Oh, leaded solder's great. It's just easier to work with. It's kind of hard to get there. Oh, that sucks. What is that? I don't know. It's gone now. Yeah, I guess I should clean this off. In preparation. Oh, need my drop of thermal paste. I've noticed this thing does such a good job of evenly squishing it down. I feel like the tiniest amount is all you need. Like less than a pea. Why does this want to sit in there? Come on. Eh. Eh. It's bumping into the frame. There we go. I got thermal paste on my glove. Ooh. That's a tough one. There was this one Nintendo Switch that I was working on with Devil. I think we spent like 3 weeks total working on that thing through my streams. And in the end, I had to just call it because it was like we'd fix one thing and then we'd find out something else was wrong. I would fix that thing and then it was like, oh no, well this is wrong still. And then we thought it was fixed and then it turned out not to be fixed. That was a big frustration for sure, because Man, every time I thought it was like finally fixed, it was like, nope, just kidding. Oh, well, did not plug in the digitizer. Can you take a second to appreciate the digitizer and how easily it plugs in? I never break the digitizer. Only the LCD connector. Yeah, basically. I think we're good. I think that's everything. Let's slap this back on. Not gonna replace the paste because it'll be fine. Just smash it down a little. I have a fume extractor. I should use it more. I really don't like my fume extractor. I think if I had a better one, I would use it more. But I do have an air purifier in this room that's always on. I also doubt that my fume extractor even has the proper filters in it, because it was quite cheap. Alright. Well, touchscreen seems fine. Get connected to the internet. We're charging. Now we see if the HDMI is any good. Okay. We're not disconnecting anymore. I watched that video, Sushi. It looked really good. The new one he has. I think JFix just did a video on one too. Also, the flood of questions is fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, fan spin. We got fan spin. I mean, I am, you know, I'm here to learn too. I don't mind sharing what knowledge I do have. Yeah, these are not very lined up anymore. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm confident enough to, let me test this rail one more time just to be safe, actually. The one that I replaced. Because it hasn't, like, a really, like, sharp bend in it. I just want to make sure everything's still connected. Yeah, it's fine. It pulls Kim wipes out of your hand. That just means it's working. Alright, Let's get this thing fully back together. I don't want to jinx myself, but I've gotten pretty good at feeling these out and connecting the SD cards without taking off the foam. Boom. We're in. See, I'm getting good at that. I've actually done like the last 5 switches without taking that foam off. And I thought, you know, oh, I'm gonna end up messing up one of these. No. It's just a feeling. You just feel around a little bit and you push it in a little farther than you think it would go. I've gotten it in pretty nicely every time. I think Nanofix, doesn't he have like a little screen on his so it doesn't suck the wipes into it? Where's the extra silver screw? Is this it? This one's probably from something else. There should be 1, 2, 3 more. Wait. Oh no, that's right. I started this one with the screws put away, so I need to pull them out of here. That's right. What did I say I needed? 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. I have the rail screws, some rail screws over here. I'm missing one of these. I think that's all I need. Is there 4 Y screws there? No, there's only 3. There, now there's 4. Yeah, you just gotta like feel the snap. You can feel the click when it goes in, but also you want to push like very lightly because I have broken some of those before. I think I've broken 1 or 2 by pushing in a little too hard when it wasn't perfectly on there. Oop, dropped my screw. A little tighter. No, never mind. That's tight enough. Ah, dropped it. I think this tip needs more magnetism or something. This one has absolutely 0 magnetism. Uh, or is the head just kind of weird on this screw? It is. I'm gonna throw the screw away. I'm gonna grab a different one. Yeah, you're right, Devil. But I can feel it go in. You can feel that satisfying click. Like I know this one's in. 100%. There, that screw works better. Didn't fall off. Listen, you may not trust me, all right? I used to always take the foam off. And then I randomly one time was lazy, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it without the foam off. But I thought I needed 4. I only put in okay, anyway. Uh but yeah, no, I was lazy and I was like, I'm gonna do it without taking the foam off. And I actually got it in so easily on the first try. And I just kind of figured it out. Because the foam is like always in the same spot. It's always kind of pushed up, smashed up this way. So I just kind of smash the foam up into there a little, and I swear it lines it up perfectly for me every time. It's great. I think I actually have an easier time plugging them in with the foam on now. I heard it work. We're good. ALZMC, thanks for the sub. Well, I mean, I'm sure I'll break one eventually, right? I mean, I broke one when I had the foam off. So so really like it's gonna happen eventually. Anything else I want to test before I slap the back plate on? I don't think so. I think we're all good. I guess I could just make sure. Yeah, that one's good. Game card reader. Yep, that's good. Okay, I think we're okay to put this back together. What do I do with the back plate on this anyway? Wait, I don't even know if this one had a back plate, actually. Uh, did I have a back plate for this? I think I was maybe just gonna put a new one on it, so I probably threw the original away. It was probably broken. And I don't see one laying around here, so. I do have some in this drawer. Were any of these the back plate? No. Okay, put a new one on it. I think I've got a few left. Let me see. By a few, I mean like one. I think this is version 1. Yeah, it's my last one. I gotta order more. Corn Dogs Live, huh? Cool, cool. Alright, man. Take it easy. You know, I don't think I'm subbed or following Corn Dog. I gotta do that. Too bad I can't raid on YouTube yet. Because I'm gonna be ending soon. In like half an hour. And I would love to be able to raid him. Can I steal the little foam pads off one of these? This one has the foam. You got 3 streams going? Dude, you're a legend, Russ. You're always, like, you got multiple streams up and stuff to support people. Oh, what's my temperature at? 150. 50% airspeed. Just to heat this up so I can get it off without ripping the foam. Where's my blunt? Oh, here they are. Not my blunt. My blunt tweezers. There's a difference. Dude, I suck at catching streams. I catch aces the most because that dude is live all the time. There we go. Hey, Sloth. Yeah, dude, get more screens. Repair is successful. We're good. I replaced the USB-C port LCD connector, and this one originally was a blue screen, which we just did a reflow, and it is working. Now I'm just transferring these little foam squares over to this new backplate. Russ, that's funny. Let me see if I can rest my hand on this so I can pick it up while I'm heating. A little more heat. It wants to rip. Okay, there we go. It'll come right up. Alright, and I'm just gonna get some new filters. I could transfer those, but I have a bunch of filters. Why not use them? I'll transfer those to some other one when I run out. Yeah, can't pick it up. There. Now, you know what? I will steal the kickstand and game card cover for this one though. Yep. There we go. 4 streams and the Phillies game, dude. What a legend. Oh no, I think I'm out of kickstands now that I think about it. I have to order more of those too. I gotta write all this down. Okay, I need a pen. I'll just grab like a sticky note. Gotta restock on some things. I'll just write on this. That'll be fine. Okay, what do I need? I need V1, V2 LCD connectors. I need kickstands. V1, V2. There was a third thing. I can't remember what it was. What was the third thing? I don't know. It'll come to me. I'll figure it out. Oh, there's 2 sticky notes. I was like, this feels kind of thick. I wrote upside down on it. Oh well. I guess I'll stick it somewhere upside down. Yeah, we'll go, I don't know. I'll just stick it on my toolbox behind me. Is it really 34C at your place? No, I have the mesh. Oh, it was backplates. I need more backplates. That's what it was. Your comment about the mesh reminded me it was the backplates. Because I looked at it and I was like, wait a minute. And I need both. Okay, I can't write backplates apparently. I need both V1 and V2 backplates. Hopefully I can get version 2 backplates. Last time I ordered, all they sent me was a bunch of version 1s, and I don't think you can pick between them. And I want to say I can't remember if it was let me look at it real quick. Where did I get them from? It was either Mobile Centrics or what is the other parts place I buy from? I always forget the name. Injured Gadgets. It was either Mobile Centrics or Injured Gadgets. Here, I can do a little screen share. There we go. Was it Mobile Centrics? Do they have backplates? Wait, I'm not even on Nintendo Switch. What the hell's a Switch Pro? Last time I bought them, I think I bought out all their stock, which was only like 7. I am not seeing backplates. Oh wait, $7? They weren't that expensive last time. They were like $4.50 when I bought them last time. Maybe I got them off Injured Gadgets. Are you guys talking? I have to tab back in. Okay. I need another monitor for chat. Gadgets. There we go. Switch. Alright, let's see. Do they have backplates? Wait. What? Oh, $4.50. Maybe I got them from here. Because that's what I remember paying. Why are these 2 different prices? Is this the whole housing shell or something? Why, oh yeah, this is, okay, this comes with the middle part of the frame. I don't need that. I have some of those still. Plus, I never use them anyway. See, that's the problem though with ordering here. The only issue is that like it's random which ones you get. You either get V1s or you get V2s. There's no choice. I can't choose. I might just message them and ask them if there's anything they can like they can specifically send me a mix. Yeah, everything. I got PlayStation Pro. I don't even know what a Nintendo Switch Pro is. I always thought when people said something like Nintendo Switch Pro that they were talking about like a modded OLED that's been like added better RAM and stuff. I don't know. What am I doing? I am using this screwdriver to put the screws in. That's what I'm doing. Oops. These non-magnetic screws. Okay, come on. Okay. I swear I make it in the hole more often than this. There we go. That actually is not tight enough. That's good. It's all right. Um, Honestly, I enjoy the kit it comes with more than the actual screwdriver. Um, let me see, where is it? Where's the kit that I got? This whole thing. It comes with a lot of nice bits. Now, I don't know how long they last, but I mean, you got the Torx security bits. It comes with the Y and the ones for like MacBooks and stuff. It has a very nice set of bits. Um, and it does have like came with some extra stuff that I don't know. I might use these picks sometime. Uh, I mean, I have plenty of spudgers, but who knows? Maybe this one would last longer. And then it's got just like a regular, just piece of metal screwdriver and the, the like bendable thing you can use. The screwdriver itself, it's okay. I mean, I only paid $28 US dollars. So really, I can't complain much. I did like my old screwdriver better. The issues I have with this one, uh, it's kind of slow. Like, I feel like I always have to be on the top speed, and even at the top speed, I feel like it's still slower than my other screwdriver was. They also advertise the like speed levels as torque settings, as if like this thing's gonna stop spinning when that torque is achieved, but that is not what it means. It just means it puts more force behind the screwdriver spinning itself. Yeah, so yeah, I get what you mean with slightly less torque. Because, like, I'm forced to choose, like, if I want to be on 5, because that's the only one that goes relatively fast, then that means the torque is maxed out. And if I go on 1, it's so slow. I mean, it spins so slow. It takes so long to unscrew and screw in anything. So I pretty much just have to stay on 5. The nice things I will say about it, um, it's USB-C. My last one was just a lithium cell inside of it that you had to take out to charge. And uh, that's kind of about it. I mean, it works. It gets the job done. I also am not a huge fan of the square shape. I liked the round shape more, I think, of my last one. But yeah, the kit's awesome. Comes with a lot of nice things. Yeah, the motion controls would be pretty cool. Oh, and it also comes with like a little magnetizer in the kit. It does okay. It kind of magnetizes the bit. I still have to use magnets on it like this, but yeah, $28 for the whole thing. Very cheap. Yeah, my last one died, or I would have kept using it. The motor gave out. I actually opened it up on stream because I was like, okay, I guess this is our new project to see if we can fix this screwdriver. But no, it was the whole motor was just done. There we go. Oh, I might have to remagnetize the tip a little. I'm dropping all these screws. Here, I'll get out the magnetizer. The little magnetizer right here. You're supposed to just put your bit in there, and then voila. See, it actually did. It does work. Uh, it's not the strongest magnetism, but it is enough to hold the screw. And you're gonna have to do that more than once though. Like you're gonna have to remagnetize it every once in a while. Seems like it kind of loses the magnetism a little bit over time. Implement a gearbox to free spin the motor instead of spinning on your fingers. Yeah, yeah, it's totally possible, I would think, right? Isn't that just like any torque screwdriver or like any drill, where you just pick a torque setting on the drill and then you can go to town and then that thing will just start clicking when it's tight enough? Because like when they advertise that like, oh, it has a torque setting, that's what I'm thinking of, right? I'm thinking of like a drill, you set the torque and then you can just drill and it'll stop spinning and kind of like do that ratcheting click noise when it gets to that specific tightness. Okay, I think all we got left are the Y screws. That's not the Y screwdriver. There we are. Eh, there we go. Last screw. All right, Luna. Thanks for hanging out. See you soon. And we're done. I don't have a kickstand, so I don't like selling them without a kickstand, so I'll probably just wait until I order some more. And looking in looking in my random parts drawer to see if there's one just chilling in here, but I do not see any. Just a bunch of other stuff. I have a lot of heat sinks. Here's some. Oh, there's a kickstand. I found one. Yeah. It's not going to be the same matte color as this replacement, but that's okay. And that air compressor's turned on twice since I've been streaming. It's definitely losing a lot of air from somewhere. I'm gonna have to figure out where. I know it's not the tank, because I unplugged the line and it went days without turning on. So I think there's just a leak somewhere in my line. I'm gonna spray some soap on it or something. Alright, let's see if that made this any better. Oop, screwing in a little sideways there. Okay, yeah, it's taking a lot more force to put it in, so that should be better. Oh, never mind, it went in quite easily. Yeah, it's still kind of loose. Oh well. I can't even open it now. Can't get it with the gloves. I need thinner exposure. Dang. That was hard to get open. Eh. Yeah, it's not too bad. It still clicks in place. We'll just go with that. Let me clean this screen a bit so we can see what the actual quality of this is. Because I think it's mostly just dirty. Yeah. Yes. Not that bad. Pretty good condition actually. It's got a couple scratches there. There you go. Now you can see it. They're pretty light. Eh, I can't tell if those are scratches or if that's just something stuck on there. Yeah, okay, they're little scratches. Overall, not bad. I would give this one like an 8 out of 10. Pretty minor wear considering some of the other ones I've seen. Ow, I stabbed myself. I'm not supposed to do that. Now I just gotta fully test this one. And then next time will be this switch, which according to the person I bought it from, has a charging port issue. And I'll heat that up to get it off later. Let's look in it real quick and see what's going on. Okay, it's dirty. Wait, is that missing a pin? It's hard to tell. Can I look at it on here? If I gotta lift this up a bit more. No, all the pins are there. I mean, it's in rough shape, but it looks like it would pass a test. I don't see any bridging. I mean, I'd probably replace this anyway, even if it did work, just because of the condition. My tester right here. I feel okay plugging it in. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm sure if I wiggled this around and tested it enough, it would probably give me a bad rating eventually. I don't see why this wouldn't charge though. Uh, that is not going to be a USB port issue. That's a weird draw. Oh, hang on, it's climbing now. That's still crazy low though. Wiggling the port doesn't seem to change it. I assume this is dead. Oh, did you see it jump when I hit the button? Interesting. Alright, well, this one maybe has the potential to be interesting. 'Cause I don't think that's USB-C port, even though they thought it was. So, we'll look at this one next time, which will probably be Friday. But I am going to end stream here. We got that one fixed, which actually, really, that was just supposed to be a reassembly, but then we kind of turned into the whole stream. So I will see you guys next time. Yep, thanks for being here, Russ. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody else. And I'll see you guys next time.